Hello, testing. Time once again for Strat-O-Matic baseball. Seems like that. There we go, that's better. I had everything moved around to do my stats update earlier. I must have hit the volume switch too. So yeah, hello everybody. Franklin, good to get out of Washington. Yeah, the Braves traveled to Cincinnati. They're going to open up a 3-game set here as we begin May 23rd on the schedule. And greetings, Razor, Long Island, home of Strat-O-Matic. Razor, a name I do not recognize. My apologies if I'm wrong, but welcome to the chat. Great bunch of guys. Hi, Kenyon. Hello, Bill Ivemy. Hello, Ron. Hello, Mike. Michael. A couple of you guys caught the stat update this morning. That was weird. I'll tell you what happened there. Somebody tried to call me. It was a spam call, and it threw my camera off, so I had to go out and try to come back in, and when I went to find the existing stream, it had disappeared, so I had to start a new one. As a result of that, the stat update is in 2 parts. Well, that part wasn't Mookie's fault. The delay at the start was Mookie's fault. I was trying to set up the tripod with the camera so I could do the introduction, and he was going crazy. And let's see, I'm going to cover, I was going to show you this, the nightmare game from yesterday. Yeah, I printed it out. "13 innings. There it is. Can we get Duckworth into the frame here? Hang on a second. There he is. 3-1, 4.13. Had a hit in the led off with a single in the bottom of the 13th. Scored the winning run and pitched 2 scoreless innings. So the Duckworth saga continues. And, okay. There's Rick. Welcome, Rick. Everything's great. Everything is great. Looking to turn the page and go to May 23rd. As I mentioned, Braves at Reds. Reds is currently in last place. We just saw that this morning, right? 12-20. Braves somewhat underachieving, 16-23. Hank Fisher will take the mound for the Braves. He would finish the year with the Reds, interestingly enough. Sammy Ellis is the starter for Cincinnati. And you can take a glance at the cards here. Well, as usual, I will give you their replay stats, okay? For Fisher, he's made 4 starts, and it has not been pretty. He's 1-3 with a 7.78 ERA and 20 innings of work, 27 hits allowed, just 9 strikeouts. Ellis, on the other hand, is 2-5, but with at least a somewhat respectable 4.01 ERA. He has 8 starts, 2 complete games, 49 1/3 innings, 55 hits allowed, 40 strikeouts. Walks have been a problem for both of these pitchers. Ellis 20 walks in 49 innings. Fisher 9 walks in 20 innings. Two right-handers here as we get ready to play some Strat-O-Matic on another gloomy day in Spokane. 40 degrees and cloudy. And here's the Braves lineup. First game of the series. Felipe Alou will lead it off in left field. Mac Jones is in center, hitting second. Hank Aaron in right field. The Major League home run leader in the customary 3 spot in the order. Eddie Matthews will play third base and hit cleanup. Joe Torre at first base, hitting 5th. Dennis Menke at short hits 6th. Gene Oliver will do the catching and hit 7th, with Woody Woodward at second base 8th and Fisher the pitcher 9th. The Reds defensively have Johnny Edwards doing the catching, Pavletic at first, Rose and Cardenas up the middle, and Helms at third. The outfield left to right of Darren Johnson, Pinson, and Shamsky. Okay. And we're set to get underway here. This was a Monday, a night game. Just under 5,500 in attendance here in Cincinnati. So a small crowd. Ed Vargo calling the balls and strikes. He says play ball. Ellis ready to go. Here's Felipe Alou to start things off. Alou, 322 average. 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, 22 extra base hits. Alou with 11 doubles, 7 triples to go with the 4 home runs. He leads the league in triples. Ellis gets the sign from Edwards, and here we go. It's a 2-9 right-handed fly ball into left field, playable for Johnson, who makes the catch, and we are underway. And welcoming Ben to the chat. Here's Mac Jones now. Jones just 3 for 27 since returning from an injury that delayed the start to his season. One of those 3 hits a home run. He has 3 RBIs. Left-handed hitting outfielder standing in. Here's the pitch from Ellis to Mac Jones. That's a 4-9 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to right center field. That's going to bounce off the wall. Pinson rounds it up, gets it back in. Jones holds with a double. Let's take another look at that play. 4-9 lefty, a homer 211. He has the power. He missed it on the 14, and he'll settle for the long double. Almost got that one out of here, Mac Jones. And here comes Mr. Henry Aaron. Aaron, the batting average a bit low at 228, but with 16 home runs and 36 RBIs. No one on his team is complaining. Ellis checks the runner at second. Stares in to get the sign from Edwards, and here's the pitch to Henry Aaron. It's going to be a 2-8 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. Ellis pitching carefully to Aaron, walks him on 5 pitches. And the Braves have first and second with 1 down, and here comes Eddie Matthews. Matthews on the downside of his career at this point. Still got some pop, though. He's hitting 242, 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Ellis takes a glance at the runners. Now comes to the plate. 2-10 right-handed. A little bouncer back to the mound. Ellis has it, turns and fires down to Rose for 1. Turns to Pavletic, not in time. That will be a force. 1-4. Aaron forced. Jones to third. Runners at the corners and 2 away. Joe Torre will be the hitter. Torre batting .350, 5 home runs, 33 RBIs. The 33 RBIs among the league leaders. 5th, I believe, if I remember from this morning's stat update. 5th in the league in RBIs. Runners take their leads. Ellis, a glance at first, now set. The pitch to Torre on a 5-8 right-handed is a triple to 5. On an 18, that's going to be a 2-star single for Torre. Jones will score easily, and the Braves take a 1-0 lead. Matthews goes all the way to third on the play. It's an RBI single for Torre, 1-0 Atlanta. They'll bring up Dennis Menke, the shortstop. Menke hitting .281, 4 home runs, 16 RBIs. Menke has 14 extra base hits. Ellis into the windup. Pitch to Menke. 3-7 right-handed. That is a solid single up the middle. Matthews will score. Torrey all the way to third. It's an RBI single for Dennis Menke. And the Braves jump out to a quick 2-0 lead. Menke no threat to run. Now batting is the catcher, Gene Oliver. Oliver just 2 for 30 on the season. That's an average of .067. He has 1 double, 1 RBI, trying to get his season going. Ellis trying to get out of this inning. And here's the pitch to Oliver. It's a 2-10 right-handed. Lazy fly ball to right field. Shamsky is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. The Braves strike for 2 on 3 hits, and they leave a pair. After half an inning of play, it's Atlanta 2, Cincinnati coming to bat. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Strat-O-Matic baseball. Nothing like it. And for me in particular, especially the 60s. 70s were good too. 60s and 70s, probably my favorites. I would have to admit I don't have much experience with the 50s. I would think they'd be kind of fun. A lot more offense in the 50s. Alrighty, as Hank Fisher gets tuned up here for the Reds. For the Braves, rather. It says Cincinnati on the card. Okay, that could mess me up. Alright, Fisher is with Atlanta. And let's go into the Reds lineup here. As Fisher gets set to go to work, it'll be Tommy Helms leading off at third base. Pete Rose at second base hit second. Vada Pinson in center field in the customary 3 spot. Don Pavletic at first base hitting cleanup once again. Pavletic seems to have found a home at first base. Remember, he started the year as the Reds catcher. Art Shamsky in right field hits 5th. Darren Johnson in left bats 6th. Leo Cardenas is the shortstop in the 7th spot. Johnny Edwards will do the catching and hit 8th. Ellis, the pitcher, 9th. For the Braves defensively, it's Oliver catching, Torrey at first. Woodward and Menke up the middle with Eddie Matthews at third, and the outfield left to right of Alou, Jones, and Aaron. Okay, Fisher's ready to work. Here's Helms to lead it off. Helms leading the club in batting at .295. 2 homers, 16 RBIs for Tommy. Fisher gets the sign from Oliver. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch to Helms on a 2-11. It's a foul ball behind the plate. Oliver goes back, drops the mask, and puts it away. With 1 away, the batter will be Pete Rose. Rose hitting .273 so far. 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. Switch hitter batting left-handed against Fisher. Fisher into the windup. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-8, and Rose bangs it into center field for a single. Pete Rose aboard on the 1-out single. Let's check the Brave battery now. Fisher a +3 hold, Oliver a +1 arm. So +4, that would make Rose a 17. However, he's not a star stealer, and with a 7-8-11 automatic caught, he will not try for the lead, so no need to hold him on. And that'll bring up Vada Pinson. Pinson, as you all know, a favorite of mine. Probably the best player on the Reds at this point in time. Hitting just .246 so far, however. 3 home runs and a team-leading 19 RBIs. Fisher a throw over to first. Rose back to the bag. Now comes set from the stretch. The pitch to Pinson. 1-8 right-handed. That's a 2-hopper to shortstop. Menke has it. He goes to Woodward for 1. On to first, not in time. That's a 6-4 force. Rose is erased. And Pinson's at first, where he's got some speed. Star 15 with a +4 battery, 19. He'll be held at 17. And Don Pavletic, the batter. Pavletic, 246, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. 2 down, he's going to try for that lead. 2 through 7 to get a 17. 9, he does not get the lead. And here's Fisher's next pitch to Pavletic. It's a 110. He pops him up on the left side. Menke has it. And that'll do it for the Reds in the first. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We've played 1 inning. Braves 2, Reds nothing. So how is everybody doing? Did everybody have a great weekend, I hope? I'm still a day behind because I treated Monday as a holiday. My body clock completely out of whack. And there's Perry. Welcome, Perry. Kenyon. And some excellent research. Thank you, Kenyon. Fisher's career over at 27. 1967 was his last year, and he's still alive. And it's the first snow in Wisconsin. And welcome to Jeffrey, watching on the big screen. And Ben has, let me see if I can get this straight now, gets the Monday after Thanksgiving off, so it's a 5-day weekend for Ben. That's always nice. I'm thinking back now to my grocery business days when we basically dreaded all holidays. Usually had to work. Many of those years I worked the graveyard shift, but there's nothing like going in and throwing freight on a 2-hour nap after a Thanksgiving dinner. I do not miss that at all. And there's Kelly checking in. Welcome, Kelly. Good crowd on hand today. I sure do appreciate it, fellas. Second inning, Braves jumped on Ellis for 2 runs in the first. Woody Woodward will start us off here in the second. Woody hitting .269, no homers but 16 RBIs. The Braves, as we discovered on the stat update, an offensive juggernaut so far. As if we didn't already know that, right? So Ellis ready to go to work. Here's the pitch to Woodward. That's a 5-10 right-handed shallow fly ball to left field. Johnson is there and makes the catch for the out. Darren Johnson makes the play, 1 away. And here's the pitcher, Fisher, right-handed batter. 1W, here's Ellis's pitch. 5-6 right-handed. That's a single to 9. On a 20, however, that's going to be fielded at third by Helms. Takes his time and throws him out. So Fisher made a bid for a base hit on the single 1 to 9, rolled to 20. Grounder to third, 2 down quickly, and here's Felipe Alou once again. Felipe flew out to left his first time today. Ellis into the windup. Pitch to Felipe. That's a 3-6 right-handed, and he bangs it right up the middle for a base hit. 2-out single for Felipe. Let's take a look at the Reds battery now. Ellis a +1 hold. Edwards a 0. That would make a Lou of 14. Once again, he has that 8 automatic caught. He's going nowhere. Mac Jones will swing away. Jones, who doubled and scored his first time up. Standing in from the left side as Ellis comes set. From the stretch, the pitch to Mac Jones is a 3-2 routine grounder to second. That's going to be Rose over to Pavletic, side retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left. Yes. I'm one of those. It's a seven-day weekend. Fisher getting ready to go to work here in the bottom of the second. It'll be Shamsky, Johnson, and Cardenas for Cincinnati. Shamsky just 170, 9 for 53. 4 of those 9 hits are home runs, however, and he has 8 RBIs. Pretty good power against righties on the card, as you can see. Fisher's set now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Shamsky. That's a 6-3 left-handed, a fly ball to right field X. That's a tough play for Aaron, but Aaron, excellent fielder, 1E4 as he races towards the line. The result of the play is a 2, and Aaron at the line leaps at the wall and makes a catch at the left field wall for the out. Oh my God, what a play by Henry Aaron. On a 2, it would take a 1-out fielder to make that catch. That's going to go down as a web gem by Hank Aaron. 9X exclamation. So the Major League home run leader showing off the glove here. 1 away, and here's Darren Johnson. Johnson batting just .202, 6 homers and 15 RBIs. Yes, exactly, man. Fisher into the windup. Here's the pitch now on a 5-7 right-handed. It's a routine grounder to short. Menke takes it, fires over to Torrey, and Fisher has 2 quick outs in the second. That'll bring up Cardenas, hitting .204, 4 homers, 14 RBIs for the right-handed hitting shortstop. Fisher gets his sign from Oliver now, and here's the pitch. It's a 1-8 right-handed. That's a routine grounder to short. It's Menke to Torrey, and it's an easy second inning for Hank Fisher. 1, 2, 3 go to Reds. 2 innings in the books. It is 2-0. Atlanta. Making a little note on my defensive chart there. Yeah, they are pretty much the bottom feeders. They are indeed. Yes, Cincinnati in last place, 9.5 back. Atlanta tied with the Mets, 9 back. So the Reds could actually move out of the cellar with a win here today. And as we move to the third, Sammy Ellis will be looking at the heart of the Atlanta order. Hank Aaron to start things off. Walked his first time up. Ellis gets the sign. Here's the pitch now to Henry Aaron. That's a 1-6 right-handed. He bangs a base hit into right field. He goes the other way with it. And Aaron's been on both times today. Aaron with good speed is star 19. Ellis +1. Edwards a 0. So Aaron a 20. Held he's an 18. And with nobody out and Matthews at the plate, he's going to try for that lead. He needs a 7. Does not get the lead. Matthews will hit away. Ellis from the stretch. Here's the next pitch to Eddie Matthews. That's going to be a 3-8 right-handed. Caught the corner. Strike 3 called. Matthews barks at the home plate umpire as he's walking away. But Ed Vargo rang him up. 1 out, and here's Torrey. Torrey singled in a run his first time up. Aaron takes a lead. Ellis the glance over there. comes to the plate 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Sammy Ellis. And it'll be up to Dennis Menke. Menke singled in a run his first time up. Aaron takes his lead. Ellis out of the stretch. The pitch to Menke is a 2-11 right-handed. Menke goes the other way and drops a looping single into right field. Shamsky trying to get to it. Aaron can go to third, 16-18. They're going to send him, and the Reds will cut it off. Aaron will take third easily on the play. Runners at the corners, 2 away, and here's Gene Oliver now. Oliver flew to right his first time up. Ellis in a jam here in the third. Runners take their lead. Here's the pitch now to Oliver. It's a 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. How about that? Ellis has struck out the side. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. And it's still 2-0 Braves, moving to the bottom of the third inning. Still feeling kind of out of sorts. I don't know, I can't put my finger on it. I can't quite find my groove. At least it feels a bit uncomfortable to me. As always, I'll do the best I can. Fisher getting ready to go to work in the bottom of the third. Fisher's been spot on so far. Johnny Edwards will lead it off for the Reds. Pitcher spot to follow. Edwards hitting just .206, 2 homers, 8 RBIs. Fisher gets the sign from Oliver. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-2 left-handed, and he loses him ball 4. Leadoff walk to Edwards. First walk issued by Fisher, and that'll bring up Ellis. Ellis, a poor hitting pitcher, left-handed batter. Let's check his bunt rating. He is an A. With an A bunter up, the Braves are going to pull the infield in. That'll make him a B. And he's going to try to lay it down. Ellis squares the bunt. He's a B on a 6. Bunts it to third base. Only play is to first. And a successful sacrifice bunt for Sammy Ellis. That moves Edwards into scoring position. And the batter will be Helms. Helms fouled out to the catcher his first time up. Yeah, it's not terrible, Michael. I just don't, I don't feel like I'm flowing. Feel like I'm running uphill or something. Fisher checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch to Helms now. It's a 1-9 right-handed. That is hard hit ball to left field. Alou going back. It's over his head. That's going to be extra bases. Edwards will score easily on an RBI double by Tommy Helms. Let's take another look at that one. 1-9, double to 12. The roll is a 9. And that makes it a 2-1 ball game. Helms with the RBI double. Okay, let's slide these over a little bit. Here's Pete Rose. He singled his first time up. Tying run in scoring position with 1 down. Fisher, a check of the runner. Here comes the pitch to Rose. That's a 3-12. Ground ball to second base. Woodward's only play is to Torrey for the out, and Helms takes third. And that'll bring up Pinson with 2 down. Pinson grounded to short his first time. Runner at third, 2 away. Fisher, a glance at third. Now here's the windup and the pitch to Pinson. on a 5-12 left-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. Tough chance for Torrey. Torrey a 3E5. Here's the play. On a 7, it's the E rating. It's a 5 on an E5, and he makes a spectacular diving stop. Feeds Fisher covering. What a play by Joe Torrey at first base. Not normally a first baseman. Boy, he looked pretty good on that one, and that ends the inning. The Reds settle for a run. On one hit, they leave one. 3 innings in the books. It's Braves 2, Reds 1. Oh, Ellis pitched for you today, Jeffrey. How did he do? Was he good that year? These are the questions that come to mind. These are the questions our viewers want to know. Braves coming up in the 4th. It will be Woodward, Fisher, Alou due. It kind of is, isn't it, Rick? So Ellis was not good at all in 62. I suppose I could have looked it up. The career arc of Sammy Ellis. Oh yeah, that was his first season in the bigs. He only worked 28 innings that year. Did not pitch in the majors in 63. I'm guessing he was in the minors. He was a very young guy. But he came onto the scene like gangbusters in 64 at the age of 23 with a 2.57 ERA, the best season of his career, and quite easily at that. Even got some MVP votes, finishing 16th in 64. And as Kenyon points out, a 22-game winner in 65. So here's Woody. Woody 0 for 1. Ellis into the windup now. The pitch to Woody is a 1-9 right-handed. Did he go around? Check with the base umpire. He says he did. Strike 3 called. That's 1 down. Here, give me a second here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Screwing around with my vape apparatus here. I had one tank busted by Mookie earlier. Let's see what we've got here from Bend. 1920, Leon Kadori, I guess. Brooklyn Bees and Joe Oshker. Boston Braves each pitched 26 innings in a 1-1 tie. That's hard to even wrap your head around. Okay, Woodward down on strikes. Here's Fisher, 0 for 1. Right-handed hitter. The pitch from Ellis. That's a 6-4 right-handed. Fly to center field X. Tough chance for Pinson, a good outfielder. 2E14. Pinson going back on the ball now. Got a dice off the table. That's going to be a re-roll. 2E14. It's an 11. That's the E range. It's an 8 on a 14. And it's going to be off of his glove for a two-base error. Two-base error on Veda Pinson, and Fisher is at second. First error of the game. And that's going to bring up Felipe Alou. Alou 1 for 2. Ellis, a glance at second. Now comes to the plate, 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And for Ellis now, that's his 5th K of the game. Let's double check that. Yes, sirree, 5th strikeout for Sammy Ellis, 2 away. And Mac Jones, the batter, with Hank Aaron looming on deck. Jones 1 for 2 with a double. Ellis, a glance at the runner. The pitch to Jones is going to be a 2-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. And for the second inning in a row, Sammy Ellis strikes out the side. No runs, no hits, 1 left. And how about that Sammy Ellis? They must have started that one early, Ben, so they could get in 26 innings before it got dark. And Rick, you're right. It would take 5 starts today. I don't know how many of you follow the MLB network on TV, especially during the off season, but I happened to see the Hot Stove Show. They had David Cohn as a guest on today. We're asking him about that. That doesn't seem like that long, actually, all things considered. I think they probably just let them end in a tie back then. What do you think? Here's Pavletic to lead off the bottom of the 4th. He popped to short his first time up. Fisher gets the sign from Oliver now. Here's the pitch to Don. It's a 5-10 right-handed. That's catcher's card X. That's going to be Oliver. A 4E4, and here's the play. On an 8, that will be a pop out to the catcher, 1 down. 2X, 1 away, and here's Art Shamsky. Shamsky 0 for 1. Hit what looked like a sure double his first time up, but Aaron over by the line, able to make the catch. Fisher into the windup. That's going to be a 6-9 left-handed, and that ball will split the gap in right center field and roll to the wall. Jones picks it up. Shamsky rounds and holds up at second with a stand-up double. 1-out double for Shamsky. I'm looking at his stats now. That's just his second double of the season. Kadori was on What's My Line? His claim to fame, and it's on YouTube. I will have to look for that one. Okay, here's Darren Johnson now. Tying run in scoring position and 1 away. Johnson 0 for 1. Fisher checks the runner. Now comes to the plate. 4-7 right-handed. That's ripped into center field for a base hit. That's a 2-star single. That's going to drive in Shamsky and tie this one up. RBI single, Darren Johnson. And we're all knotted up at 2 here in the bottom of the 4th. Johnson not a threat to run. And with one away, the batter will be Leo Cardenas. Cardenas grounded to short his first time up. Fisher, 5-inning starter for Endurance. Ellis a 6. Fisher out of the stretch. The pitch to Leo is a 1-8 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be 2. It's Menke to Woodward to Torrey, double play, and that will do it for the Reds in the 4th. They do tie it up, however, a run on 2 hits and leave a man. We've played 4 innings. It's a 2-2 tie. So good game so far. Here's Ellis now. He struck out 6 so far in this one. Struck out the side in the 3rd and in the 4th. He'll be looking at the heart of the Braves order. Hank Aaron, who has not been retired yet today, will start things off. Aaron walked in the 1st, singled in the 3rd. Ellis gets the sign from Edwards. The windup and the pitch to Hank Aaron is a 5-10 right-handed. It's a shallow fly ball to left field. Johnson playing deep has to coming on hard now. He's there. Just does catch up with it and grabs it for the first out. That's going to bring up Matthews, 0 for 2 on the day. Sammy Ellis towing the rubber into the windup. The pitch to Eddie is a 4-6 left-handed. Routine grounder to second. It's Rose over to Pavletic. 2 quick outs here in the 5th. With 2 away, the batter will be Joe Torrey. Torrey 1 for 2, RBI single in the 1st. Made a fantastic play in the 3rd. Here it is, 6-5 right-handed. Lazy fly ball to left. Darren Johnson barely has to move, and it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Sammy Ellis. He didn't strike out anybody, but he set him down, 3 up, 3 down. It's still a 2-2 game going to the bottom of the 5th inning. I saw the Greg Maddux thing too, Rick. That was pretty good. Reds in the bottom of the inning will have Edwards, Ellis, and Helms due up. Edwards walked his first time, came around to score. For Fisher, this is his first inning of potential fatigue. He's a 5. Here's the windup and the pitch to Edwards on a 1-5, called strike 3. The unplayed umpire rings him up. Edwards down on strikes. Here is Ellis. Left-handed batter. Pitch from Fisher on a 4-7. It's a base hit into right field for Sammy Ellis. How about that? Ellis with a 1-out single. He's the go-ahead run, and we go up to the top of the lineup. Tommy Helms, the batter. And hello, Robert from the road. Drive time, Rob. Okay, pitcher at first. That's Ellis. 1 down. Tommy Helms, the batter. He's 1 for 2. Fisher out of the stretch. The pitch to Helms is a 3-6 right-handed. A little comebacker to Fisher. He turns and goes down to Woodward for 1, and that will do it. It will be a force play. 1-4 force. Ellis is erased. Ellis, of course, a pitcher, perfectly happy to let Helms take his place on the bases. And here's Pete Rose. 2 down, Helms at first. Here's the pitch now to Rose. That's going to be a 3-9 right-handed. Ground ball wide of second, fielded by Woodward. Flips to Torrey for the out, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. We've played 5 in a 2-2 draw so far. Did he win it at 5 different positions? That I did not know. I'm catching up on that. I just saw Kenyans. The married men stayed for all 26. $4,500. I imagine that was probably a pretty good crowd for 1920. Yeah, I'm with Bill. I can't see him winning a gold glove at third or first. Okay, we're moving along to the 6th inning in a 2-2 tie. Sammy Ellis in his first endurance inning, first inning of potential fatigue. He's a 6. Menke, Oliver, and Woodward do. Menke 2 for 2 in this one. Ellis into the windup. That's a 5-10 right-handed. That's a lazy fly ball into shallow left field. Coming on is Johnson. He's there. And there's one away. That'll bring up Oliver. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Ellis gets the sign from Edwards now. Here's the pitch to Gene Oliver. It's a 5-5 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Sammy Ellis. 2 down, and the batter will be Woody Woodward. Woodward 0 for 2 today. Ellis gets his sign. Here's the pitch now. On a 1-12, little roller to first base. Pavletic will take it himself, and it's an easy inning for Ellis. Both pitchers pitching well today. For Fisher, this will be his second endurance inning. Yeah, Bill, exactly. Schmidt and my good friend Keith Hernandez were the Gold Glovers then. Reds will have the heart of the order here in the bottom of the 6th. It's Pinson, Pavletic, and Shamsky. Pinson 0 for 2 in this one so far. Fisher gets the sign. The wind-up, the pitch to Veda is a 3-7 right-handed, and Pinson bangs a solid base hit into right field. Rounds and holds. Pinson with great wheels. Plus 4 battery once again. That's 19. Pinson will be held at 17. Nobody out and Pavletic at bat. He's going to try for that lead. He needs a 2 through 7. 6, he's got it. The pitch to Pavletic. Here goes Pinson, 1-17. Oliver's throw down there. He's stolen it. So Pinson swipe second. It's his first stolen base of the season. And that comes as a bit of a surprise. And there's Tahoe Joel Horlin, welcome. Did you always have the 20, Joel? That's my favorite number, by the way. I remember Ken Reitz getting one, St. Louis, right? Garvey won it in 74, I know that. That was probably before Keith Hernandez run. Okay, Pinson at second now with the go-ahead run. There's nobody out. The next pitch to Pavletic is a 3-12. It's a Lomax. Liner to third. Matthews back to second. They've got him. Line out, double play. How about that? So Eddie Matthews at third bails the pitcher Fisher out here. .312 righty. It's a line out Max to third. Oh my. That could be a break for Atlanta. And here's Shamsky with 2 down, nobody on. Here's the pitch to Shamsky on a 5-7 left-handed. Did he go around? Third base umpire says he did not. And he takes first on the walk. Says he held up. Shamsky takes the walk. Shout out to Kurt Miller who's joined us. Yeah, Bob Savarin for Player of the Week. I can't dispute that. Here's Darren Johnson now, 1 for 2. Shamsky takes his lead from first. Here's the pitch now from Fisher. It's a 5-6 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Fisher fans Darren Johnson to end the inning. For the Reds, no runs, a hit, 1 left on. 6 innings in the books in a 2-2 tie. It looked like the Reds had something going there, and then Pavletic hit into the line-out Max. Kind of took the wind out of their sails there. Ellis will be working his second endurance inning. And now we have, it's decision time. Okay. Fisher being called back. The Braves will send up a batter. Fisher, a 5-inning pitcher. Bobby Bragan feels that he's got his mileage and then some out of Fisher. Fisher, 6 good innings today. He allowed 4, 5, 6 hits, 2 runs, walked a pair, struck out a pair. Let's see who's due up. Right, left pitcher, right switch left. It'll be Don Notabart. He pitched in this game in real life. Wait, that's the wrong team. We've got right, left pitcher, right switch left. Billy O'Dell will start throwing in the Atlanta pen. And we'll have a pinch hitter now for Fisher. Lee Thomas gets the call. Thomas on the season, just 195, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. I do sometimes, Ben, you're right. I knew that Fisher card was going to throw me at some point, right? Having Cincinnati printed on it. Okay, here's Lee Thomas now to lead off the 7th. Ellis gets the sign from Edwards. The pitch to the left-hander is a 1-5, and Lee Thomas bangs a base hit right up the middle for a leadoff single. So Thomas aboard, he's the go-ahead run. No threat to steal. 1 through 11 runner. Let's see if they have somebody they can waste. They really don't. They could bring in Geiger to pinch run, but they may need him later. So we'll save Geiger. And the batter will be Felipe Alou. Meanwhile, Don Notabart warming up in the correct bullpen this time. He's throwing down in the Reds bullpen. Felipe Alou, the batter, 1 for 3 today. Ellis, a check of the runner. Now from the stretch, the pitch is a 2-6 right-handed. That's a grounder down to third base. Helms has it, goes to Rose for 1. That's all they'll get. Thomas came in hard on the slide. Rose had to eat it. That's going to be a 5-4 force. Thomas erased, Alou to first. And with 1 away, Mac Jones, the batter, Henry Aaron on deck. Jones 1 for 3 in this one. Ellis getting the signs. From the stretch, the pitch to Jones is a 5-11 left-hander. That's a base hit into center field, an open single. Alou could try to go to third on that. He's a 14. Pinson, though, with a good arm, -2, would make him a 12, and they're going to hold him up. Alou will hold at second on the single by Jones. First and second, 1 out. 1 more hit or walk will fatigue Ellis. And the batter is Henry Aaron. And out to the mound comes Hefner. And he's not going to wait for Ellis to fatigue. He's motioning for Notabart right now. Ellis gets a good hand as he goes off. Six and a third today for Ellis. Had a rough first inning, 3 hits, 4, 6, 7, 8 hits in total. He allowed 2 runs, but 2 runners on are his responsibility. Walked just 1 and struck out 7. So a good start from Ellis. Notabart will come in and try to squash the rally here. Aaron walks back to the on-deck circle. He's kidding around with Eddie Matthews as Notabart gets ready to go to work here. Okay, we are set. First and second, 1 out. Here's Aaron, 1 for 2 with a walk today. Notabart ready to go to work. The windup, the pitch to Hank Aaron is a 4-4 right-handed. That is catcher's card X. That's going to be Edwards. Edwards, a good catcher, 2E4. Here's the roll on the play on an 18. It's a foul out to the catcher. Runners hold. So Notabart induces Aaron to pop it up to the catcher. 2 down, and it will be up to Eddie Matthews. Matthews 0 for 3 in this one. Not a Bart staring in now. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch to Eddie on a 6-11 left-handed routine grounder to second. Rose has it, easy play, flips to Pavletic, and the side is retired. So the Braves strand 2 in the 7th. 2 hits, no runs. As we stretch in the 7th, we're still deadlocked at 2. We'll take a quick look at the Mookie cam as Billy O'Dell comes out to take over for the Braves. As you can see by his card, he'll finish the year with Pittsburgh. There's Mookie. And Mookie as Mookie. I'm borrowing one. I'm going to take a short break. I got to use the restroom. Fire up another cup of coffee. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Excuse me. Billy O'Dell getting ready to go to work. Yeah, no tail today. Different view. Odell in 11 games, 2-2 with a save, but a rather high 6.1 ERA and 10 1/3 innings of work. Very backwards left-hander on this card. And he'll be facing the bottom third of the Cincinnati order. Leo Cardenas to start things off here. Leo 0 for 2 today, grounded to short both times. Odell gets the sign from Oliver. Here's the pitch to Cardenas. It's a 6-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be a tough chance for Dennis Menke. Menke a 4E38 as he ranges into the hole on a 13. He's got it. Long throw across in time. And Cardenas is out. It was a close play, but a nice play by Menke. One down. That'll bring up Edwards, the catcher. 0 for 1 with a walk, left on left. Odell delivers a 5-7 left-handed, a routine grounder to second. Woody Woodward has it, flips to Torrey. And quickly there's 2 down. Now it's decision time for the Reds. Not that tough of a decision, actually. They will hit for Notabart. We can close the book on Ellis. Throwing in the Reds' pen, Jack Balshin. The batter with 2 out and nobody on. Trying to find somebody with a little bit of pop. Not a whole lot on this bench, honestly. Batter's going to be Dick Simpson. So Hefner, trying to catch lightning in a bottle here, sends up Simpson. He's got some power on the card against lefties. He is 1 for 3 on the season as a pinch hitter. Simpson from the right side. Odell with the windup. The pitch to Simpson is a 1-11 left-handed fly ball to center field. Backing up a bit is Jones, and he makes the grab to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Reds in the bottom of the 7th. 7 innings in the books. Still a 2-2 tie. Jack Balshin will come on for Cincinnati, a right-handed pitcher. Balshin's been in 8 games, 0-1. Oh my God. Balshin's ERA so far, 14.54. Okay, let's look at that a little closer. Just 4 1/3 innings, he gave up 12 hits and 7 runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. What's interesting in itself that he's had 8 appearances, yet only 4 1/3 innings. Sounds like he was clocked good a couple of times. Better against righties, however, and that's what they need here. With Torrey, Menke, and Oliver due up. Nothing but gloom out back there, Franklin. Here's Torrey, 1 for 3. Balshin ready to go to work. That's going to be a 2-8 right-handed ground ball to second base. Rose has it, throws him out, and there's 1 out. Routine play for Rose. He's able to take his time with Torrey running, and here's Menke, 2 for 3 on the day. Balshin gets the sign from Edwards. Balshin due for a better outing. Here's the pitch to Menke. It's a 2-8. Called strike 3. Menke doesn't like it. Vargo rings him up, and there's 2 down. Gene Oliver, the batter. Balshin gets his sign. Here's the pitch now to Oliver on a 2-8 right-handed. It's a routine grounder to third base. 2-hopper backhanded by Tommy Helms. Throws across in time. And Balshin sets him down 1-2-3 in the top of the 8th. He's really not that bad, Kurt. Sure, the numbers are ugly. He's pretty good against righties. I'm going to take a closer look at his card here. Definitely don't want him facing any lefties. Top of the order due for the Reds. Billy O'Dell will come out for his second inning of work. Tommy Helms will lead it off. He's 1 for 3 on the day. O'Dell gets the sign from Oliver now. Here's the pitch to Helms. It's a 5-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to third base X. That'll be a tough chance for Matthews. A 4 E27. Here's the result on a 9. It's the E range. A 7 on an E27, and that's off Matthews' glove for an error. E5, Helms aboard. First error for the Braves. Helms no threat to run. Even if he were, O'Dell with a splendid -5 hold. And that will turn Pete Rose around, and he'll bat from the right side. Rose 1 for 3. O'Dell out of the stretch. Here's the pitch to Rose. That's a 111 left-handed. It is a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Alou at the track, at the wall. Makes the catch for the out. 111, homer to 14. He rolls to 18, and it just does stay in the park. That'll bring up Pinson with 1 down. Pinson 1 for 3 today. Odell from the stretch. The pitch to Pinson is a 5-7 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base. This could be 2. It's Woodward to Menke to Torrey. Double play. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We go to the 9th inning in a 2-2 tie. That will be it for Odell. He's due to bat second in the 9th. Clay Carroll begins to throw. Woodward, the pitcher's spot, and Alou do. Billy McCool takes off the jacket and begins throwing in the Cincinnati pen. It will be a short leash for Balshin. Woodward will start it off. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Balshin gets the sign from Edwards now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Woody is a 1-7 right-hander, and he walks him. Walks him on 4 pitches, and that's going to bring Hefner out. And he's going to go to McCool right now. Looking for a possible double switch, which I tend to forget about a lot, I know. No real way to do it here. So Balshin hands Hefner the ball. In jogs closer Billy McCool in a tie game. And for the Braves, we'll have a batter for Odell. Odell worked 2 innings. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Only one possible choice for the Braves here. Rico Carty grabs a bat. Pinch hitting for Odell, Rico Carty. Carty's had an absolutely crazy season so far. Just 104 at-bats, but he's hitting .365. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Let's check Woodward's speed here. No threat to steal. Runner on first, nobody out. McCool out of the stretch. The pitch to Rico Carty is a 4-7 right-handed, a double to 8 on a 12. That's going to hang up in right field for Shamsky, who makes the catch for the out. So Carty hit it pretty well, but to the right fielder, Shamsky, who makes the play, 1 down, and the batter, Felipe Alou. Alou 1 for 4 on the day, facing McCool here in the 9th inning. Woodward takes his lead. McCool from the stretch delivers to Alou on a 4-8 right-hander. Ball 4, he loses him. 2 walks in the inning, and the Braves have first and second with 1 down. Mac Jones, the batter, Henry Aaron on deck. Jones 2 for 4 on the day. McCool taking his time now. Stares in to get the sign. The full wind-up, the pitch to Jones. It's a 5-8 left-handed. It's a grounder to second base X. This could be 2. Rose a 2E17. Here's the play. On a 1, he can't get it. He knocks it down but has no play. That's an infield single, and the bases are loaded. Looked like a double play ball. That would have been a tough play for anyone. Rose cannot make the play, and the bases are loaded. Tough break for Cincinnati, to be sure. Bases loaded, 1 out, and Hank Aaron coming to bat. Nowhere to put him in a tie game in the 9th. Edwards out to the mound. Infielders come in. Big meeting on the mound. Kurt says, "That's cool, Bill McCool." I imagine they probably called him that. I have to admit, I'm not that familiar with Billy McCool. A little before my time. Well, they have their meeting on the mound. Let's look him up. Looks like he went to the... Yeah, he was about done by the time I was really getting into baseball. That explains it. He did pitch 59 innings for the Padres in '69. I'm guessing they took him from the Reds in the expansion draft. And then he worked 21 2/3 for St. Louis in 1970, and he was done by age 25. Is that right? He was excellent for Cincinnati for several years. I'm guessing there had to be an injury or something there. Does anyone know any more about McCool? Okay, they break up the meeting on the mound. Here's the situation. We're in the 9th inning of a 2-2 tie. The Braves have loaded the bases with 1 out, and they have Hank Aaron, the Major League home run leader with 16, at the plate. McCool gets the sign. Full windup. The pitch to Hank Aaron on a 6-6. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Oh my God, is that some kind of pitching by Billy McCool or what? Aaron goes down swinging, and now it's up to Eddie Matthews. Are we looking at another extra inning game today? We had 13 innings yesterday. There's Kyle. There is Gerald. My apologies if I didn't see you guys earlier, just now noticing that. Two down, bases loaded. Here's Eddie Matthews. Eddie 0 for 4 today. McCool set. Here's the pitch to Matthews on a 2-8 grounder to second base. That's going to be Rose. Flips to Pavletic, and McCool gets out of the jam. How about that? The Braves leave the bases loaded in the top of the ninth. To recap, Balshin issued a leadoff walk to Woodward. He was removed. McCool got pinch hitter Rico Cardi, but then walked Alou, gave up a single to Jones, but came back to strike out Hank Aaron and coax Eddie Matthews into a routine ground ball to second. We can close the book on Balshin. Clay Carroll coming on to pitch for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the ninth in a 2-2 ball game. Carroll a mixed bag this season. 14 relief appearances with 1 start. He's 1-3 with 2 saves and a 5.74 ERA in 27 innings of work. He did work in this game in real life. 2.37 in real life, so Carroll's certainly due for some better fortune. Pavletic, Shamsky, and DJ due for the Reds. Pavletic's 0 for 3 today. Carroll set to work now. Gets the sign from Oliver. Pitch to Pavletic is a 2-9 right-handed. Called strike 3. Pavletic not happy. As Vargo rings him up, 1 down, and here's Shamsky. Shamsky 1 for 2 with a walk, doubled and scored back in the 4th. Carroll into the windup. The pitch to the left-hander is a 4-10 left-handed shallow fly ball into right field. Here comes Aaron, still coming. He's there to make the catch. 2 quick outs for Carroll. It's up to Darren Johnson, or we're going extra innings for the second day in a row. Johnson 1 for 3 today. Carroll into the windup. The pitch to Johnson is a 4-4 right-handed. Catcher's card X. That's Oliver. A 4-E-4. The result of the play on a 14. A pop out to the catcher, and we're going to the 10th. Let's do it again, he says. That's very true, Michael. Yeah. A lot of injuries that we don't even think about anymore with modern medicine were career-ending back then. Whew. Okay. Looks like I needed that break. We're going to the 10th. Yeah, good point, Perry. Clay Carroll auditioning for the Reds. He was on those big Red Machine teams. I remember that. Here's McCool, his second inning of work. He'll be looking at Torrey, Menke, and Oliver. Joe Torrey 1 for 4 on the day, standing in from the right side as McCool comes set. The windup, the pitch to Torrey on a 3-2 is a fly ball to deep center field. Pinson going back, still going back, just shy of the track, makes the catch for the out. So Torrey gave it a ride. He hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Pinson able to run it down. 1 down, and here's Dennis Menke. Dennis 2 for 4 on the day. McCool gets his sign now. Here's the pitch to Menke on a 1-11 left-handed, and he hits him on a 1. Oh my goodness. And you know what that means. Let me get the ejection chart. Menke not happy about that. He heads towards the mound, both benches empty. And let's see what happens. It's a 3, no ejection. So tempers are calmed. 1 through 6, no ejection. McCool will receive a warning from home plate umpire Ed Vargo. Menke at first base, he still doesn't look too happy. Menke not a threat to run. Umpire rules no intent, and the batter will be Gene Oliver. Gene 0 for 4 today, struck out twice. McCool throws over to first. Menke back to the bag. Menke now glaring at McCool. McCool set from the stretch. The pitch to Oliver is a 1-4 left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Johnson. He leaps. Can't get it. It's off the wall. Here comes Menke rounding. He's going to score. Oliver digging for third. Slides. He's safe. It's an RBI triple for Gene Oliver. It took us 10 innings, but it's the daily triple. And, yeah, right, Rick, so the dice treated us well on that call. You cannot see McCool hitting somebody deliberately with 1 out in the 10th. Gene Oliver, however, follows that up with a rare triple. He had exactly 1 triple that year in 191 at-bats. I'm checking his replay stats now, and not surprisingly, his first triple of the replay. And now the Reds will pull the infield in for Woodward, who's an A bunter. Oliver, however, a very slow runner at third. So Woodward will hit away. McCool, the full windup. The pitch to Woody is a 1-5 left-handed. Called strike 3. Woodward, fastball right down the middle. Woodward never took the bat off of his shoulder. He was looking for something else. With a runner at third, the Braves will send up a pinch hitter for Carroll. That could be dangerous with this pen getting thin. Bottom of the order due for the Reds. Chichi Olivo begins throwing in the Atlanta pen. Two down, runner at third. And Mike De La Hoz will be the hitter. So here's De La Hoz now. 2 for 10 on the season, all as a pinch hitter. Runner at third, 2 down. Braves now lead at 3-2. Here's McCool's pitch to De La Hoz. That's going to be a 6-9 right-handed. A grounder to shortstop X. Tough chance for Cardenas. A good shortstop. 2E16. Here's the play. He's into the hole on a 6. Fine play. Throws him out. Nice play, Cardenas. But the damage is done. 6-3X. De La Hoz retired. The Braves get a run on 1 hit. A hit by pitch that could decide the game. And here comes Olivo. 1 inning for Carroll, retired the side in order with a strikeout. He would stand to be the winning pitcher at this point. Olivo trying to notch the save. He has 2 saves and has not given up a run in 14 innings of work in 9 appearances. Cardenas, Edwards, and a pinch hitter due for the Reds. Give me a moment here to check up on the chat here. I just want to thank everybody for watching, too. What a game. Oh, okay, Bill. I'm reading Bill's comment about Cool McCool. A James Bond type cartoon. I'm not familiar with that one. And Kurt pointed out he had a sore knee trying to pitch. He pitched off his left knee, so the right knee was sore and he couldn't land. Am I reading that right? Yeah, no doubt, Franklin. That's probably, well, you never know for sure, but that's probably the only triple we'll see out of Oliver all year. Okay, bottom of the 10th. Cardenas to start it off. Cardenas is ground to short all 3 times today. Olivo gets the sign from, let's check the Braves defense first of all, before I get too carried away. They don't have a whole lot down there. But they can do one thing. We can pull Menke. Move Woodward to short. Frank Bowling will come in Menke's spot and take over at second base. Bowling a 3E16 at second. 10 runner. Woody moves to short where he's a 3E34. So slight improvement there. Okay, here we go. Cardenas to lead it off, 0 for 3. Olivo the windup. The pitch to Leo on a 3-7. Single on a 1 on a 6. That liner is speared at third by Eddie Matthews. Line drive to third, 1 down. And here's the catcher, Johnny Edwards. Left-handed hitting catcher. 0 for 2 with a walk today. Olivo gets the sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Edwards. It's a 2-6 right-handed, and he loses him ball 4. And now we're going to look for a pinch runner for Cincinnati. They're also going to need a pinch hitter for McCool. So before I automatically put Harper in as the pinch runner, let's see who else they have who can hit. They've actually got a couple of decent options here. the best of which would be Gordy Coleman. So Tommy Harper will come in and run for Edwards. Gordy Coleman has been announced as the pinch hitter for McCool. Harper extremely fast. Gordy Coleman, the pinch hitter. Game on the line here. Coleman just 6 for 40 on the season. He does have a home run. Harper, a star 18 stealer. Let's check the battery. Olivo a -1, Oliver a +1. That's a wash. Harper is held at 16 with 1 out. He's the tying run. He's going to try for that lead. 2 through 5 and 11. 6, he does not get the lead. What is he on the back number? He is a 9. So Harper taking his lead. Olivo another throw over there. Now set. From the stretch, the pitch to Coleman is a 2-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Backing up is Aaron on the track, hauls it in. Coleman almost hit that one, almost hit a walk-off home run. He rolled the 19. Let's take a look at it. 2-9, homer to 9. It's a loud out to right. And a big groan from the home fans. Coleman crushed that ball, but he got under it just a tad. And Aaron pressed up against the wall in right, able to make the catch for the second out. And now it's up to Tommy Helms. Harper taking his lead. Olivo from the stretch. The pitch to Helms is a 2-5 right-handed. That's a base hit into right field. There goes Harper digging for third. He's in there. And the Reds have runners at the corners. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run, winning run at first. And Pete Rose coming to bat. Man, you cannot write drama like this. 3-2 Braves, bottom of the 10th. The Reds with runners at the corners, 2 down. Pete Rose batting lefty against Chichi Olivo. Here's the pitch to Pete. It's a 3-9 right-handed ground ball to second. Bowling has it, tosses to Torrey, and that's the ball game. The Reds come up short in 10 innings. 3-2 the final. Braves win it, and I'll have the totals for you in just a moment. What a finish to that one. Holy crap. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kenyon. Thank you, Ben, Franklin, Jeffrey, Kurt, Kyle, everybody. Billy McCool takes the loss. That's his first decision. He's 0-1. Clay Carroll ends up the winning pitcher. He's 2-3 now. Olivo notches his third save. A hit, a walk, no strikeouts. Player of the game. Oliver with the game-winning triple. That makes sense to me. McCool walked one, hit a batter. That was the big one, that hit by the pitch. Thankfully, there was no ejection. Whoop, hang on, he walked a pair. Won 2 walks and a hit batter. So McCool battled his control a little bit in this one. He struck out 2. Oliver, player of the game. The Braves in winning, 3 runs, 10 hits and an error. The Reds, 2 runs, 7 hits and an error. That was a hell of a game. I feel pretty good about that one. I feel like I did all I could for both sides in this one, which doesn't always happen. It's not as easy as it looks, let me tell you. Looking ahead on the schedule, tomorrow we'll have the Philadelphia Phillies at the Houston Astros. Both of these teams can hit. Larry Jackson gets the start for the Phillies. Dave Justy gets the start for the Astros. Thank you, Ron. That game will be, of course, 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. That was a tense game. 2 extra inning games in a row. As the guy said in League of Their Own, I've seen enough to know that I have seen too much. I'm going to get out of here and get myself something to eat. Thanks again, everybody, for watching. I hope to catch you all for tomorrow's game. Take care, everybody. Good night. So long for now.